When we look back at the history of human civilization, we can see that many ideas have been attempted to try to develop a fair, balanced, and prosperous society. Thinkers, philosophers, political scientists, and economists have all weighed in with their dreams and considerations about how to perfect human life on Earth. We can also see, however, that none of these ideas has actually worked out in practice. We have changed forms of government. We have changed political systems. We have changed economic systems. We have changed the elements of our communal life. We have tried capitalism, socialism, communism, as well as tribal community, democracy, republics, dictatorships, and imperial controls. We have seen secular societies and religious societies. In each case, we developed our ideas with the power of our mental consciousness, if not purely through habits and instinctive behavior based in the vital nature. And we have thus far failed to find the solution that brings harmony, well-being, and progress to humanity. When any one system gets too extreme, a countervailing force arises, and we go through cycles of development, which have been codified by those who make a special study of history and the patterns of governance that succeed one another as one attempt dies off and gives rise to the next iteration. We see that the failing of each one is due to the limitations and weaknesses of our basic human nature, and thus has given rise to the idea that we are doomed to failure as we have not succeeded through any of these external means to make a meaningful change in human nature itself. And yet, the human aspiration for development of a more perfect society and life of our communal existence continues to persist and press for yet another attempt. People have tried various means to effectuate a change of human behavior and the consciousness that creates it. Great religious figures have asked us to love one another, to respect others, to treat others as we wish to be treated. Some have posited that we need benign, educated rulers to set down laws and principles and enforce them. These attempts have, however, not succeeded in the magnitude or breadth of change required to bring about a better existence. We can appreciate the goodwill that underlies these attempts and not hold it against those who have been willing to try. What is missing in all of this is the understanding of the way consciousness develops and evolves. The physical, vital, and mental consciousness prevalent in the world today is simply not capable of the changes needed. While we see progress and development over time, and we see various advancement and expansion of understanding has taken place, these are all limited by the boundaries of our current status of consciousness, representing a melding of the physical, vital, and mental powers into an imperfect configuration. Sri Aurobindo looks at this historical perspective in the light of the evolution of consciousness and determines that the development of consciousness is not finished, that in fact the mental consciousness is a transitional stage. It is through the change of consciousness that comes with the next stage that a new form of harmony, based in oneness and understanding, is destined to manifest. Sri Aurobindo observes, quote, "A contempt for others is out of place, especially since the divine is in all. Evidently, the activities and aspirations of men are not trivial and worthless, for all life is a growth of the soul out of the darkness towards the light. But our attitude is that humanity cannot grow out of its limitations by the ordinary means adopted by the human mind, politics, social reform, philanthropy, etc. These can only be temporary or local palliatives. The only true escape is a change of consciousness, a change into a greater, wider, and purer way of being, and a life and action based upon that change. It is therefore to that the energies must be turned once the spiritual orientation is complete. This implies no contempt, but the preference of the only effective means over those which have been found ineffective. End quote. Reference, Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, Looking from Within, Chapter 2, Looking at Oneself and Others, page 45.